Hey everybody, Talk Football live followers and viewers and supporters and everybody, welcome back. It's another week of Talk Football Live. Welcome back, the ABC crew. How are you, Charles? How are you guys doing?
Hey guys,
Great.
I'm good. I'm good.
Doing
Awesome,
great.
awesome. Great to have you guys back. So this week, gentlemen, we're gonna be talking about the UCL Champions League outcomes of this week, the quarterfinals. We're gonna be looking into the to the teams that made it to the semifinals. We're probably going to be taking some prediction. I know some of us predicted that some teams would go through. We'll probably surprise. So that was an exciting week. Every time you predict football and it doesn't come out the way you predict, that's when you know that this is football, right? And
Yeah.
that's why it's
Yeah.
football. And that's why it's exciting and interesting to follow. Then after that, we're going to take branch off and talk about the where we are. 6 more weeks to go with the EPL. It's been another round, another change at the top with the EPL. At this point, people are saying that whoever is the king right now will probably be the king till the end of the season. I don't know if you guys agree with me. I don't know if our viewers agree. We're going to dig into that and see what's going on. It's been a very, very bad week, I must say, for the Gunners. Sadly so. So we'll keep moving. It's not been great. Chelsea, you have nothing to lose. You have nothing to worry about. It's been a very bad season
Stray bullets.
from the beginning, right? So we know how it feels. But also, I think generally for all the English teams, except for Aston Villa, that is staying in the Conference League, it's been a bad week for all the English teams. Both teams crashed out of the Champions League. West Ham crashed out of the Europa League, and somehow Aston Villa survived, representing the English team. So now we know that the fifth team of the EPL will
Liverpool is out as
definitely
well.
Liverpool is
Liverpool.
out as well. Yes. Thank you. So now we know that the fifth team will definitely not make it to Champions League. So it's what it is. But gentlemen, I want to get your take on what happened during the week at the Champions League. Did you guys, and I'm going to start with you, Ayo, did you think PSG stood the chance of turning things around like they did? Give it to us.
PSG. I mean, I didn't think so because Barcelona. Xavi. We talked about it last week when Xavi said, "Oh, it's in PSG's hand because they have Dembele." He didn't even say because they have Mbappe. He said because they have Dembele. So you could
Yeah.
tell it was mind games. Unfortunately, I think those comments maybe backfired a little bit because, as we saw, and I know there was a lot of debate about whether it was a red card or not. Look, you foul somebody running into the box, and I think even Gondowan made the same comment after the game.
Yeah.
Leave the guy, let the keeper make the chance, or I'd try and make the save, or at least go down 1-0. But you foul a player when you're the last man who is running through on goal. It's a red card any day, in my opinion. And I,
Yep.
I don't disagree with the ref's decision there.
And
So
that comes to experience,
I
right?
think that without that, I think Barcelona was in control of that game and would probably have won the tie. But when you have 10 men down, I mean, PSG, that team is actually a really good team. They don't have the big stars of Messi and Neymar anymore, but they still have some really good players. And you go down 10 men against that team, you will struggle, especially when you have a guy called Mbappe present on the team.
Yeah.
Correct. And I'm going to come to you, Chad, but I think we all agree and we all know that the way the game is, right? Fouling somebody, getting red carded, getting that's part of the game. If you do the wrong
Yep.
thing, you
Yep.
you get
Yep.
penalized, right? So it's part of the game. Penalty is part of the game. Free kick is part of the game. All these things they are not, things. So you have to think about it, and experience matters a lot, right? If you had gone down, you have 11 to play against 11, then you have a chance of coming back. But I think
Yeah.
people learn, people grow. That's experience. If you've never been through it's what it is. Charles, did you expect to see the turnaround? The game between Atletico Madrid and Dortmund. Did you ever think Dortmund stood a chance?
Honestly, I'm almost sure I mentioned this last time we spoke about this, that anything can still happen in that game. Because I have been asking a question for some time: is Diego Simeone, does he still have the touch he used to have? Because Atletico is known for one thing: defense, defense, defense. Yeah, they'll defend a lot, and they'll maybe taking one or two chances and clean up their enemy, their opponents, or enemy, whichever one. But I didn't think they would lose. So I didn't give Dortmund a chance deep down. I just concluded I think Atletico was going to defend. If a goal was going to come, it was probably going to come on down, maybe on a counter attack, something like that. So what Dortmund did was very, very, very impressive. how they were able to, maneuver the whole situation and turn things around for themselves. I didn't see it coming, but I was very, very impressed. Now, if I'm to think further and say, would they go past PSG? I don't want to make the mistake of doing it twice and saying, nah, I'm not going to give them a chance.
You brought it up. Let's just get into it. So it's going to be PSG against Atletico. It's going to be Real Madrid
against Dortmund.
Dortmund, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dortmund, man.
Yeah, Atletico is out.
You didn't give them a chance.
You're out, man. Get off my head. You're out, man. So Dortmund against PSG. Prediction and why? Charles.
So here's the thing. Me, I like to jump way ahead into the final, and I've been jumping way ahead into the final.
No, sir. Give
no,
us
I'm not predicting. I'm just trying to tell you why I'm predicting what I'm predicting.
Be coming down.
Yes.
Wait now. So at the beginning of the season, I predicted Bayern was going to win because of Harry Kane. I've changed my mind. I don't know who's going to win, but I'm predicting PSG in the final against a certain new employer of a certain player. Because I'm thinking the whole thing is there's a setup somewhere for that matchup to happen. But between Dortmund and PSG, I expect PSG. This is one of those times when my expectation is matching my prediction. I expect PSG to blow Dortmund out of the water, knock them out well in the first leg, even before the second leg comes.
Ayo, do you agree?
I don't know about blowing them out of the water. I think PSG are the favorites going into the tie, but I mean, I didn't get to watch the game. I didn't care to watch the game between Dortmund and Atletico, but I watched the highlights, and Dortmund went all out in that game. I mean, They had 8 players against Atletico in their half, 9 players. They were fully in Atletico's half, and they just kept going and going and going and going.
To the end of the game. Yes.
So I don't know if PSG will be able to withstand that kind of pressure if Dortmund is able to seize control that way. But I expect PSG to find a way out. I don't know about blowing them out of the water, though. I think it'll be closer than we expect. It is the semifinal. If you've made it to this point, there's something about your team going on. You don't make it to the semifinals of the Champions League by accident.
You're tempting me to take back that comment. Let's.
I know you like to make bold statements, so I always have to caution you.
Ayo, you think PSG might go through? Is that what you think, Ayo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leave it like that, Ayo. So next question to you: Real Madrid against Bayern Munich. I kind of have a feeling of what both of you might say, but I still want to hear from you, Ayo. Real Madrid, Bayern, who goes through?
See, I guess that's the painful thing for me about this Arsenal loss is I talked about this last week, right? I said City and Madrid have some weapons that Arsenal doesn't have. I don't think Arsenal is quite at that level of City Madrid yet. And it's a shame we had to witness City Madrid in the quarters. I think it would have been better if we had somehow had that in the semis or the final. But the thing for me was this Bayern team we played was at Arsenal's level, and we can see how close it went, right? We just couldn't find a way to make that difference. And you could see the Kimmich goal. It's simple little moments like that kill you at this level. So I expect Madrid is far beyond Bayern's level because Bayern is currently at Arsenal's level. And they're coming up a team that I consider to be superior than the level that Arsenal and Bayern currently are. And I don't expect Bayern to have any joy. Awesome. I mean, all the players in that Madrid squad are experienced. They will not make the kind of lapses that Arsenal made. And they have qualities to unlock Bayern. Better qualities than Arsenal have to unlock Bayern's defense.
A penalty against Noah. It will flip it and score one time. If you get that, you get that. Charles, do you agree with what?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. Because if you recall in the last video, I kept backing Arsenal because I had seen the first leg against Bayern, and that Bayern team, something is missing. I don't know what it is. Either it's confidence. I don't know, maybe because they know their coach is leaving at the end of the year and they're not giving it their best, which I think they should be giving their best for.
It's quality. They have a centre back pairing of.
That's your former coach. Are you guys forgetting that he won Champions League before? And
it doesn't matter, Biodo.
It's City. No, again, he beat City. He knew he didn't play better than City.
Biodo, like I told you last year.
It out. Like, does he have a little chance?
I'm not saying they don't have any chance. Like I told you last week, Biodo, when you told me City was going to beat Madrid, and I told you because City was at home and because they did it last year, I told you. Hold on, I told you what happened last year. Forget about what happened last year. This is Madrid. This is the Champions League. They tend to become a different animal in Champions League, and they proved it. Bayern, on the other hand, they tend to become a different animal in Champions League also, historically. But this Bayern is different. This may be one of the, I don't want to call it weakest Bayerns I've seen in a while. But the Bayern I saw against Arsenal, no diss to Arsenal, wasn't the Bayern we usually see. That's why part of it, I had the feeling Arsenal could beat them or would beat them in the second leg. But unfortunately, that did not happen. Now, as I said before, I predicted Bayern was going to win the Champions League because of Harry Kane. I've changed that prediction. I've watched them over 2 legs against Arsenal. I'm not convinced. They lost the league already. I'm not convinced. I think Madrid will win that game. I don't want to say easily, but they will win that game.
Okay. All right, gentlemen.
I think the thing is they have a centre-back pairing of Dia and De Ligt. Dia is actually playing some of the best football of his life, but we know his level. No disrespect. And De Ligt hasn't been the best, since he was at Ajax. So they have gaps.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an interesting.
I mean, if you remember the goal that that Trossard scored in the first leg,
yep,
how easily Jesus found his way through that defense.
2 or 3 defenders. Yeah,
I mean, you're not going to do that to Rudiger. You're not going to do that to Militao. You know, so that's the quality you're coming up against. And then you have Rodrigo and Vinicius capable of doing probably better than Jesus did when he came into the league.
Perform better than what Martinelli and Saka did to Bayern. Yeah. So, I mean, 1-on-1, we can all agree that Real Madrid stand a chance. And it's a great club with legacy, and the issues we see with clubs and teams like Arsenal, which is complacency or fear or lack of experience. We don't expect that to be Madrid's challenges.
Yeah,
they can handle the scene, they can handle the stage. And players can play with freedom and come out and show who they are.
And they have the best coach in the world at the moment.
Yeah, they have a manager that's been there, won it as a player, won it as a manager, and can just like, hey man, what are you doing?
Many times.
Get up the bench, go do this for me.
Are we doing final predictions also?
No, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. We'll come back. Let's leave it at semi-finals. I want to go to the Chelsea people. Be calming down. Chelsea. I know you know how to waste money. Be calming down.
The thing is, they're already looking forward to next season. So that's
I know you are rushing for
ahead.
But there are still
Chelsea will be back. This
6 weeks to go. You know what I mean? I'm not saying anything. But let's get into it. Like I said, very bad week for Arsenal. Lost the game at home to Villa. Got out of the Champions League. Ayo, is there still an opportunity right there? Is there still a hope? Do you still think there's something to make it happen?
Well, the opportunity is the fact that it's still close, right? With 6 games left. I think if you had said, hey, Arsenal would be 2 points behind 19th of April. This is 19th going into the 20th. 20th of April with 6 games left to go. Do you think that's a good position? If you had told me that in August, I'd have said, yeah. Let's take it on from there. So I think Arsenal, and Arteta keeps saying this, right? You've done a lot of good work over the last 9-10 months to be in this position, right? The challenge is that you're coming up against a City team that have done it now 3 times back to back, right? And they've been there. They have the qualities to keep winning. So if Arsenal can win the rest of their games, if you can win the remaining 6 games, yes, very much, there's still hope. Because the question then is, will City and Liverpool also not drop points, But if we drop any more points in these last 6 games, any further points that I dropped, I will say it is over. There's no more margin for error.
Yeah,
there wasn't before Villa, but now even more so, right? At least as of Sunday, it was still in our hands.
I think I'm just a different Arsenal fan because I don't know why you would do the math around not dropping points again. Why not why not go with the mentality of not dropping points before Villa? Like why
of course
drop points before? Because you had it in your hands.
Villa game is gone.
All you needed to do was
we're looking at the remaining 6 games now. The Villa game is gone.
I know. I'm just saying the motivation was stronger to go into the last 7 games and not drop a point. because at that point you don't care what
You're in
happens.
control. You don't care
You're
what.
in control. You don't care what happens. Like all you need is you just win your own game. Whatever happens to those guys, you don't care. But now you have to climb a steeper mountain because you have to win all the games. Then hope and pray and do, maybe some reach out to Charles if you have some juju and see if something can happen to Liverpool and City to drop. You know what I mean? So now you need help again. That's what I'm saying. Like, why do we make it difficult for ourselves? But Charles, I want to go to you.
What do I think?
That something could happen. You are neutral because you have nothing to compete for other than the FA Cup against City, which I think you will be the first person facing City when City got eliminated.
I don't know why you keep throwing.
I wish you good luck. I wish you good luck on that game. But being a neutral guy, what happens to the top three? Liverpool, Arsenal, City. Who takes it and why?
Okay, first of all, I don't know why you keep throwing jabs at Chelsea. Leave us out of this one.
No, I'm just speaking fast, brother.
But and secondly, I don't have any juju. Let's clarify that part. But the truth about it is, I actually think I as someone I have to sit back and listen to the two of you. The contrast in your opinions or in your thought process is very interesting. Because if those two mentalities were thrown in the dressing room, both will affect the team in different ways. I'm talking about the team
in the dressing room.
Into the Arsenal dressing room.
We won't speak
because Ayo is saying,
you never know. They could. Odegaard could watch this tomorrow.
Then it won't be my captain.
Listen. The point is, if Ayo is saying we just need to win our games, we just need to win our 6 games, nothing else matters. That's one mentality. If Bjorn is saying, well, why didn't we think about that before when we control the situation? That's a different mentality. But the point is, in reality, the only thing you need to do is what Ayo said. Just win your 6 games.
Now, do at this point.
Unfortunately, that's where we are. Unfortunately, that's where we are.
No, it's sometimes retrospect.
No, but there's no need for retrospect.
Sometimes you have to.
The problem is you want to go forward. Don't forget about retrospect.
If I think you do that at the end of the season.
If you're looking at the back and front, that's what causes accidents. Focus forward. You have 6 games to go. You need all the points you can get. Get those points. Right now, you may think the ball is not your control because City also has
I have a feeling you've twisted my question. I'm the one asking question here. I appreciate your analysis.
Well, I'm answering your question in a complicated way.
For the sake of time. Liverpool, Arsenal, City. Who takes it and why?
Well, who takes it? Prediction-wise, who takes it? It's still very...
Is that right now? Who has the best chance? Who do you think is going to win?
That's a no-brainer. City has the best chance with experience.
So you disagree with Ayo and say, because Ayo said it's possible that City and Liverpool can still drop out. And I know that you have always been of the opinion that, guys, the moment City takes the lead, you guys forget it. I just want you to say it to our viewers. Like, if
I don't say you guys forget it. I say it's tougher, but it's not impossible.
Oh, really?
It could be a 1% chance, but it's still existent. So my point is, who takes it? Who probably takes it to City because they are number one. They can 3 things. They are number one. They have the capacity of winning their games because they've had the experience of doing it before. And number 3, if you look at the list of games, they have the easiest run.
Do we have the list of the remaining games higher?
Yes, there's some extra games in there, but
well, I guess on the remaining 6,
that's the Champions League. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's take a look.
So while Ayo brings that up, that's the point I'm trying to make. That it's one thing to predict and say this is what can happen, but what will happen is different or maybe different. So focus on the what will happen part and control your 6 games. Those 6 games are winnable, except maybe the Chelsea game. I'm just joking. But for Arsenal, those 6 games are winnable. It's very possible that Arsenal wins all 6 games. Is it possible for them to drop points? Yes. Is it possible for City to drop points? Yes. So to answer your question, who is more likely to win it? Yes, City, because they are on top, because they've done it 3 times in a row, and because they have the easiest games, in my opinion. But if Arsenal goes in with the mentality of we just need to win the 6 games, it's very possible they do it. And it's
the thing is, who could have predicted that on the same day, both Liverpool and Arsenal, with the way they've both been playing this season, would lose? The Villa game was a tough game, yes, but Liverpool losing at home to Crystal Palace, I don't think anyone predicted that, right? Exactly. And that's why I feel the rest of the season is, a bit difficult to predict as well. City
Mhm.
still have to play Tottenham.
Yep.
Everybody still has to play
We
Tottenham.
all have to play Tottenham.
You'll have to
We all
talk.
have to play Tottenham, right? That's a difficult fixture, regardless of how every team is playing.
Some people say maybe not, maybe. Football is very funny, right?
It
Sometimes we think
is.
that this
It
is the way
is.
things will go, and it
Yep.
doesn't go that way. The same Tottenham that everybody thought was going to be the title decider, right? Tottenham got crushed by Newcastle. And
Completely.
you understand?
Obliterated.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
honestly, again, I'm not praying that Wolves, had Wolves kind of, create another issue for us. I pray that's not the case. But for example, the way football is, it could just be a game against Wolves and we just not make it, right? You know what I mean? And you go to Man United and win Man United. So that's the beauty of the game, right? City has remaining games. City could do well until, let's say, they go play Fulham and something happens. We don't know, but we're going to find out. But on paper, we all know that it's Pep at the top. And when it's Pep at the top, they've done it before. It's going to be hard for them to relinquish the top, which they
Yeah.
hold
Only at
very,
the top.
very, very dearly right now. So it's been exciting. I just want to take predictions of this game this weekend as we wrap. So Ayo, I start with you. We're playing Wolves and we're going to Wolves.
Mhm.
When it came to the Emirates, we won 2-1, right? It was a nice game until the very end of the game when Zichenko did Zichenko, and kind of threw us into some, worry. So what do you expect? What's your prediction? Do you think this is an opportunity for the team to respond to say, guys, we'll let you down, but we haven't lost hope and we are not tired? It's not like last season, because last season was just a free fall from that point, right? Is this a free fall this time around, or you think the boys is going to try to show some resiliency here, at least push through, like you said, and win the remaining games?
I mean, no disrespect to Wolves, but if we can't beat Wolves comfortably the way we've been dispatching other teams since the start of the year, I don't know what happened, at Villa and Bayern. Bayern, I can understand because I think we were at a good level, just little margins. I don't know what happened at Villa. We should have won Villa, especially with the way the team dominated that in the first half. So if they can't go to Wolves, come up against Wolves and dispatch Wolves comfortably the way they dispatched Brighton just 2 weeks ago and almost every other team so far this season, then we might as well call it over this weekend and let the boys start to regroup for next season. And that would be a shame.
Awesome. Charles, before I ask you, do you agree or you have anything else to say to that?
Yeah, I agree. I think you guys should be able to comfortably beat Wolves. I disagree with the last part of if you can't beat Wolves, pack it up to next season. I,
Liverpool and City for the 5 more games.
I stick with the logic of you go on to the last day, to the final whistle.
Charles
Of
As
guy.
course
long
you
as
do.
hold on,
However,
as long as you are still within catching, City can lose 2 games in a row.
but
Yeah,
that's
it's the most.
When last did you see that? I mean, again, you say some things that I wonder, like, where is that coming from? When last did you see that?
Like I said, you made the
When last?
statement last week of City will crush Real Madrid in Etihad, and I told you it's not
Okay,
going
so is that the same thing as City will
to.
lose to?
It's similar. You keep asking me when
Oh,
last.
come on!
There's a first time for
That
everything.
was the
okay.
Champions League.
So here's my answer to Charles on that. Charles, that sounds like you're telling me you're sending Caicedo after Rodri this weekend. Is that the plan?
I mean, if you send
Are
the
you helping us
Maybe
out
it's going
there?
to help us.
if
Maybe it's
you
going to help
send
us.
the
I
It's going
mean,
to
funds,
take out
I will
because
Rodri
make
and
the
it's going to
call.
take out De Bruyne.
Ayo and Biodo, if you send the funds, I will make the call. It will
I mean
happen.
things
And then I'm
things can
wiring you right
arrange.
now. Let me know if you see the answer.
but on a more serious note, I personally think anything can still happen. If Arsenal goes
Charles,
in with the
you think
mentality
everything.
of
Charles,
hold
you
on,
think everything.
if Arsenal players and the management go into with the mentality of we have to win these 6 games, nothing else matters. I guarantee you, if you win this, City can drop points. They can get 2
Oh,
draws in a row.
definitely.
All
I,
right.
Anything
I
can
agree
happen.
City can drop
Charles,
points.
And
Charles.
your goal difference is still higher, if I'm not mistaken. So keep that in
Well,
mind.
it's been reduced. City scored like 4 more goals over the
It's
weekend.
still
It's getting decreased.
still
Anyway,
I think it's like
Guys,
6 or so.
you're
ahead.
overthinking this thing.
Liverpool is going to Fulham. Liverpool is going to Fulham.
Okay. What's my prediction?
Yes.
I think Liverpool Fulham will be tough, just like Liverpool Crystal Palace was tough. But I think they'll see it out.
You think Liverpool is going to get 3 points?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You agree?
I don't know. Liverpool seem to be in a wishy-washy form at the moment. Of the three,
Yes.
I would say Liverpool seem to be the ones that are unpredictable at the moment.
Yeah.
Because they struggled against Atlanta. They won the game, but they struggled again yesterday, and they struggled to. They're just struggling to finish chances at the moment.
Yeah.
So
Okay. I'm going to skip the other games, but I agree with you, and I've been saying it. Liverpool's style this season has been throwing everything at it and see what
yeah,
works. I haven't seen any style, to be honest. It's pretty much, oh, we are down, we cannot be down, we
go
cannot
go
lose.
go 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 go, and just
Then they find a way, and it gets tiring, and it's tiring right now, and they are not finding a way through, and that's what's going. Because if you can hold on and get through that midfield and get to the back line, you will always, like, they've been conceding every game. They have been conceding, even with the ones they win, they've been conceding every game. So I think Fulham might be challenging. One last thing I would say, I think it's wearing down on them that Klopp is leaving and that motivation is not there. He's going to have to find something else to say to them in that dressing room to get them. Anyways, I think so. I really
they
hope
should be content with Carabao Cup.
they don't win. I don't want them to drop. Let it be two people chasing instead of three. That would be my wish, but I don't know. The rest of the games, I'm not going to talk about it because of our time. But Charles, you guys are facing City FA Cup. I just want to get a last reaction from both of you. Chelsea City FA Cup. Tell me what is going to happen. Charles.
Prediction.
Yes.
City goes through.
City goes through. So
Expectation. Chelsea goes through.
Say that again.
My prediction: City goes through.
Okay.
My expectation: Chelsea goes through.
Ayo.
I beg, Charles, which secondary school did you go to? Because I need to.
I don't want to say anything because I know it's going to drag like another 5 minutes. So I'm just going to pack that away. Like,
yes, you know what
expectation versus prediction.
Let me help you out. Let me help you.
Don't help me. It's gonna.
No. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. If Klopp doesn't win anything again this season, I'm just gonna say a sincere thank you for what you've brought to the EPL, and thank you especially for not letting Chelsea end up with the trophy this season.
Thank you. They're actually
Guardiola, over to you this weekend. Thank you.
But let me explain something. Just give me a minute.
Over to you, Guardiola.
Hold on, Biodo. So here's what I'm trying to make you guys understand. I keep explaining it every week. You guys don't seem to get it. Expectation is what I want. Let me give you an example. What do you guys want to happen in EPL? You want Arsenal to win. But prediction, because City is on top, because City has done it over and over again, because you know how Guardiola does his thing, prediction is City will probably win it. But
expectation is actually what you expect will happen.
No, I think
no.
Okay,
maybe the English is wrong.
But you're expecting something, right? Your wife is
so your desire is that Chelsea wins.
Are you expecting the baby, right?
Desire.
You want something and you put your mail address, you're expecting the delivery, right? When you are expecting, you are saying that your team.
You guys are focusing too much on English now. Forget about the English. You get my point.
My guy, you are wishing that's what you are saying.
But you get my point. My desire versus my prediction. Prediction is City wins, desire Chelsea wins.
Thank you very much. Congratulations on playing City after their Champions League exit. Thank you, everyone. Please continue to like, share, subscribe, and share the videos. It's been great having the ABC crew this week again for this week session. We'll return for the 5 games remaining after this week. So we'll talk more. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, thank you, guys.
Bye.